but they have failed. They said we must wait. It's something affecting many people. But we live to understand sometimes some other situations. This is the Breeze of Life program, a show that you love, a show where we educate one another, a show where we empower one another. The main reason is we understand that if we talk, if we share, if we advise, our lives will completely change. We'll move from level of understanding to another level. It's a person M.T Sirhamza, broadcasting from East London under Enlightened Media Production, a station that feeds a lot of countries, continents, villages, many people. It's an online station, making sure that we cross even the borders as we get help working together by the Spirit of the Lord. We thank God for you guys, and we will always appreciate your support. Please keep on connecting, share the video to many. We are left with 1 hour. We will make sure that we save our time so that it works, that nobody will complain and say we wasted our time. In other words, 1 hour that we have spent without connecting to you, we'll try our best to use the remaining one. Connect, and connect. Tell your friend, your cousin, your sister, anyone that loves our show. We are already live. And again, we have one topic that we have to talk about. We make sure that we deal with it, reaching your full potential. But our theme today is the world of life and money. The world of life and the issue of money. One will say, how do we connect the world of life together with money? There is that question, but we must know that for life to be enjoyable, a lot needs to be done. Life, for it to be enjoyable, a lot needs to be done. Forgive us, guys, on the network. It's going to be a little bit not good because we are losing another network, which is not going to be a strong one that we normally use. The time now, it's 5 minutes past 8. 5 minutes past 8. I had a lot of things to share with you concerning of what happens outside in our country and even abroad, but because of time, allow me not to go deeper on it. I had a lot of 2 videos that I was to play on things that we must avoid as in doing that we have to talk ngazo. The other video was the video that shows us the struggle people are facing on the issue of looking job. The struggle that is we are facing on the side of looking the jobs. And our teaching there was one that to encourage me and you that on what we have, the job you have, respect it, save it, love it, and be proud of that job. Be proud, whether it gives you a small amount of money or any way of living that it makes or bring to you as a change, but be proud of it. The thing is, on that video, it's about the graduates graduates who have graduated, educated with money, but there is no job. Nothing. They are looking any kind of work because they have seen that there is no job. There is no job at all. We speak about that to warn many people, many lives. And again, we can't run away that where we are working, there is too much pressure. Some are abused, some are working in an environment where there is no mercy at all. But our minds, let's just work them so that we are able to safeguard our lives, not to lose. What do I mean if I say that? On leaving the work because of pressure, because of people, because of conditions. And then after that, I come out and stay at home and look, nothing happens, you see. So that video was about that. I don't know, when you give me 2 minutes and play that video, just 2 minutes, the video that shows, so that we talk on that. Just 2 minutes. I won't be long because of time. I won't be long. They're just me sticking on it. I won't be long. So it is important to know that there is always favor on what God is doing in your life. To have something that you are doing, giving you it's important. It's very, very important. Just 2 minutes of that. Just 2 minutes. I think we will finish it next week when we have time.
They go to universities, they have dreams to be employed, and they also have ambitions to achieve. But what is the reality?
It is that jubilant and congratulatory season of the year when we observe a lot of excitement from students who have become graduates, a proud moment for parents who get to witness their children get a step closer to being employed. But then again, there's this reality.
Nearly 64% of our young people in South Africa are unemployed. This is something no country can afford.
This soon diminishes the joyful moments that graduations are about. Our producer spent some time with 2 young graduates to find out how they are handling life after graduating. Bontoy is in the final year of her second qualification. She moved to Johannesburg from Limpopo with a dream.
I came to Johannesburg to study. I study at the University of Johannesburg. I'm studying business management and project management. I'm in my 3rd year, final year.
Spesihle lives in Soweto with her parents. She recently graduated with a BSc in computer science.
My fears leading towards my graduation were me not getting the type of job that I truly deserve, or that I loved. Because, looking at, the positions, while applying, yes, okay, they were IT jobs, but they weren't the type of jobs that I really wanted to do. But I did apply because, always uhlale ekhaya, not do anything. And yeah, I just remember, not getting accepted, many job interviews, not getting in. So yeah, it was pretty tough, I'm not going to lie. And I even remember telling my mom the one time that, I need to go, just leave this area, leave this space and just, go recuperate, because just sitting in at home was a lot.
Sihle explained to us how not getting a job affected her and also highlighted the major reason for youth unemployment.
So the main reason that many young graduates aren't accepted into the workspace is, number one, not enough jobs available for the youth. Everyone is looking for seniors, but they're not giving graduates a chance to prove themselves, to actually upskill themselves and learn from their seniors.
Bonto, on the other hand, pointed a finger at the youth. She says a lot of responsibility lies with the youth themselves.
I think what the problem is that we are not exposed, or most graduates are not exposed rather, or they could also just be scared to put themselves out there. It is very scary to walk into a room where you know no one. It is scary to start anything new. So, and also not exposing yourself to enough. There's a lot of information out there, and know what content is good and not good, or is beneficial, not going to be beneficial for your future. If you look at tech right now, tech is one of the biggest industries, and it takes a lot of hard work, yes, but it is very beneficial. So as we're looking at the future of employment in terms of the fourth industrial revolution even, it is good for you to insert yourself where that evolution is happening, which is in tech.
The job market is changing as fast as the technology. In the meantime, what can young people do to catch up?
During the State of the Nation address, the president had this to say.
This year, the National Skills Fund will provide 800 million rand to develop skills in the digital and technology sector through an innovative model that links payment for training to employment outcomes. We reiterate our call to companies. We reiterate our call also to government departments and to state-owned enterprises to remove the requirement for work experience for young people seeking entry-level positions. Now, it is often said that you must have experience.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. I know if we had time, we had to listen and watch. But the thing is, the sadness of the suffering where people don't have job and they are not working. They are graduated. They are living a life where there is no hope at all, and they are advising a good team. In fact, it's about learning what happens outside in the times we live in. It's a very, very painful times. So thank God for the job you have, whether it gives the small thing. And the second thing that I want to say to you, we say we must not drop jobs. We must not drop the work we are doing. Instead, we must aid on what we are doing. Why? Because life is also have related to the issue of money. There is these two things, they need to work together, life and money. Life and money. We're talking about the breeze of life here, life and money. What is it that makes life enjoyable? Money is also part. Money is also part. It plays a big role in making life ibe mnandi. Therefore, many people in days we live in struggle. Some have got job which is the job is not enjoyable and you think to quit. I want to tell you, I don't think it's a solution to quit and drop. The little you get can make a change. Now, God is speaking to me about the issue of money, but it's more. God said, talk to yourself, study for yourself, talk the language of money to yourself, for yourself. But because one is also called, whatever God is doing in my life, He also wants people to know it. That's how God works. So there are things we have left behind. There are things we have left behind, not talking about them. The language or the language of money, just to talk about it, not to love it, to talk about it, to study books about it, to make research about money, to speak language of money, things that will influence our lives. That's why many people can go at work not knowing these languages. For them to quickly spend money in a wrong way is an easy thing. There are many people who do that, and God said, talk about it. Let children, young as they are, talk about it. In fact, He was trying to say, enter in the financial world. Enter in the financial world. When you enter there, we'll talk the language. When you enter, you don't have to love it. Talk about it, because it's part of what people need, what life need for them to enjoy life. Why again must we talk about this? As I say, many people think to drop they at work because they say, maybe if I can get a better job. We say it's not to quit, but it's to add a job you have on top of this, so that the little you earn from the small job, you will have another job. Sithi masihlanganisa sifumane into ephathekayo. Remember, it is important in these days not to do one thing, because the cost of living has grown up. The cost of living has grown up. Kakhulu. So if people who are educated are not working, people who have been spending money, who chose a career, who went to school, it doesn't say education is wrong, but the point is, many of us, we grew, we live 80, I will have money at a certain stage. But there are people who grew young, doing things which we have to do this to our children. Talk about it. I had a time to give my children some other notes that I wrote. I said, study these things, guys, because it's important to know about money, to know the value of money. Then I asked them questions. What is it that they have understood? So the cost of living is very, very high. It demands us to pay attention on money, to pay attention on everything we do, because life is too difficult. So in the financial world, we begin to make up our mind to focus on the real things ezidla ubomi. Secondly, we must know that if we pay attention on the things of money, we must know that money is a demand. There is a demand about, or we must know the value of it. The value of it. Look, many people, when they need money, they can exchange money or something to get money. They sell things, you see, to show that money is needed. People are selling. I'm so blessed in the days we live in. They are selling clothes. Like I look many status, which is very impressing on me. Many people are selling. They are trying to get money. We encourage people, because I think if we take that serious, we will know that in our hands there is always cash, and our life will be happy. We live in hope, or in adding on the jobs we are doing. We have to do something else ukwenzela ukuthi imali ingasinqabeli. Remember again, if we don't have money, if we struggle more about money, we are the victims of people aba-struggle ngoba imali ingekho. Why? Look what happens when there is no money in our relationship. It's affected, you see. If we struggle to have money, we get stressed. So it affects our healthiness. We begin to have worry. We begin to panic. Some other people, it's hard even to sleep because there is a relationship ubomi obunayo nemali. There is ukusebenzisana for umuntu uyayidinga into ezomenza anwabe. The moment there is no money, that if we know that, seriously, we understand that, it means we must pay attention. What efforts are we doing to make sure that we deal with this sickness? So I think it's one of the things that God said, talk about money, study things about money. I'm reading a lot of books. I'm reading things as is on the matter. Now I'm not making money. I just want to know. You see, we need to know about it. Just to know about it. We have pursued money without knowing it. On the things that I have studied, I've been making that research. I saw this thing. I never thought about it. Sometimes we want to have money, and the way we have it, it's a difficult way that has not or bringing a professional way, and then we end getting frustrated when things are turning around. Sometimes it's not in a good order, you see. So what is it that we must study about money? That's why I say one must read books, one must make research, one must learn from experiences, one must look, Uguti, is he handling his money or his job in a way that will lead him to a successful life? Are you handling your job? Are you having the right meditations about money? Are you earning your money in a way and you use it in a right way? Do you see where you are going to? Are you empowering yourself? Those are the questions. Otherwise, we will be staying in levels of frustration, worrying about impilo zethu. And again, I said we must teach our children to know the value of it, so that on izinto eziduru they have to know it. As I said, we need to save as much as we can. Number 4, I've written we must shape our money. It must take a shape. Iyangaphi imali yethu esinayo? Intoni esiyenzayo ngayo? Mayisidle andithi sinayo, kodwa what shape are we doing with the little we have, with the little job I have, with anything that I have worked ukuthi ndiyiproduce ngemali enayo? What is it that I'm doing? Some are in frustrations because we are not skilled on using money. Do I have joy, happy, or ngayo imali? So those are things that I have mentioned before I go deeper on the issue of money. As I said, now the world of money is related to the world of life. The world of money is also related to the world of life. Where money is, there is also a person. Where money is, and where there is no person, there is no money. I'm saying where there is a person without money, there is a serious struggle. Therefore, kubalulekile indoba sijonge kakhulu. Kunezinto ke esifanele siziqaphele, endingazimenshina nje simple things endihala siziqaphele ukuthi zibalulekile. 1, there is ukwenyuka kwe-prices ezintweni you like or you don't like. For example, petrol, it's going up. 2, food is going up. The prices. I was looking after imfazwe there's a Ukraine Russia kwenyuka oil up to ibhotile encinci yamafutha, it was 47, 48 rand going up, you see. So This tells us ukuthi the cost of living, it's very, very expensive. You look, umbane, just electricity has grown up. The price yayo inyukile. And ukwenyuka kwayo, it doesn't say there is too much money we are earning. We are still earning imali encinci. What's the solution? I said, I think it is wise to talk seriously about the issue of money, to add on what I am doing, something to produce more. We must try. Prices increase, it doesn't say umkholo unyukile. Food is increasing, electricity, whatever is going up. But in the same wages, it means at the end of the day, we are going to sink. Many families will sink. Many families will see themselves hard to eat, to take care of their healthiness, to take care of their things. So this we cannot run away on it until one has to face the reality. Our children are going to be affected because ubomi bunzima. I see, look, the government, the president is promising on all those promises that they will try to do about the experience, but still it doesn't help. Still it doesn't help. But a solution which I believe is one has to stand up by himself and create means of how he is going to live. I think that is very important. Number two, if we talk about money, we must pay a serious attention on the thing that I've seen that we failed to do. One, to focus on dealing with savings. Even me, I accept on that. We fail to focus very seriously on saving our money. Many of us, we don't do that. Many of us, people who are working, they don't do it. So it's not only me, but I'm talking this so that I have to work it. You have to work it. Discipline yourself. Look, Ugoti, where will you improve if this is always of how it is? Because if we don't take it serious, it means we are going to sink, as I said. So we failed to have savings. We failed to have investments. We failed to save even the cash we have. We are still saving. We are still loose as if life is still the same. Mind, we are from a very painful time where there has been lockdowns, where there has been hard life of living, imisebenzi ingekho, business is filled. So the country, the world is restoring. Now, restoration ke ilele ekuthini wena wenza tone. That is why if you go outside, some other shops are still closed even today. Some other things are still not working. Many people have been retrenched, you see. So there's a queue yokufuna umsebenzi. There's a queue elambileyo. There's a queue efuna ukuncedwa. That is why when we look outside, we see lot of corruption, murder, nokufi, robbery increasing. It's because the country is facing serious things. What do we do? What do you do? Do you want to be part of those who join Tsotsis? Do you want to be part of those who are in the queue hungry? Do you want to be part of those who decide to surrender? No, it can't. So if we talk about these things, we use and look at how much do I save. I think that is important. I think that is very, very important. The issue of saving must be taught in churches, must be taught to our children, must be taught into all people. The way on how we save. How much do we save more than spending? Because when we speak of saving, it is how much do I have today which will be useful tomorrow, because that tomorrow will be more difficult. So it's very important on these things. Failing to do that, we are all going to suffer. We are all going. No one wants to suffer. No one wants to see his or her children suffering. No one wants to see his family suffering. But if we don't focus on savings, on studying about money, on how we handle it, I'm telling you, life is going to be difficult. That is the truth. If we don't talk about money, if we don't save money, if we don't change that behavior, life is going to suffer. That is real. So I don't want you to see Tate J for light. I don't want to take it serious. If we don't talk, if you don't talk about it, child of God, today, or with people you are staying with your wife, with your family, you are going to suffer if we don't talk. There are many things esingazukwazi ukuba nazo, esingazukwazi ukuzenza, because we are not talking about money. Let money be on our tongue. The way of how to make it, it must be in our tongue. By so doing, it's gonna influence us into our minds, a way of how to use it, so that we have the right goal. What do we talk? What is it that we must talk about? I've mentioned on the things that I've studied. Many things out. I've taken few which God has helped me. The issue of dealing with how many savings account, like for example, investment that you have. Doesn't talk of investment. We're not talk of big amount. Just to save for tomorrow. What is it? Many of us don't have anything, but I want to throw it to you. I want to throw it to you. I want to throw it to you. And then I want you to pray about it. Even me, it has challenged me to begin to focus on the things from the day God started this, to put it serious in my heart, because it's not something eyakudala le uNkulunkulu ekhuluma apha kum, but I want to throw it also to you, so that I know when God is speaking, He's up to help. So if there is nothing that you are saving, pray about it, so that on what God will be giving you, you begin to save. The kind of accounts you have, more of the investments that we must have, they must speak more of the future. The third thing that is important when we talk about it, we must again deal with the issue of the debts, because these things, debts, they cause a serious attack in the life of a person. We have got a lot of debts that have found ourselves sikuzo ngenxa ye-seasons esivela kuzo. They will not be solved only by prayer. There is a step that we have to take. I want to throw it to you. Many of us are still willing to make more, and we have no other choice. Some live by it, but I want to throw it to you. Will it be a right thing that we all have debts? The country has got debts. Individuals have got debts. Churches have got debts. Organizations have got debts. Who is going to help the other one? What will be the solution at the end of the day? I want to say this to you. Man is called to make a solution. Man is called to make a solution. If we talk about things, there are very few who are up to come out, who don't enjoy such life. You see, you cannot enjoy the life of having debts. That's why the country is sinking. It's loaning from other countries. The people of the country have got loans. Many of us, as a result, we bring more heaviness in the lives we are living. Companies are closing because they have loans. What is the solution? So one must look very serious about those things. I'm just touching because of time. I think next week we'll talk better about these important powerful points ebengibhalile ukuthi ngizokhuluma ngazo. When I speak about debts, remember, if we have got debts, we are always slaves. Slaves, or debt is equal to be a slave. It means there is no joy. Whether any kind of debt I have, I'm a slave to pay the bond. I'm a slave to pay what I have borrowed. And some of them are taking long. Some of the things I owe are monies from people, or all those things. Now I have to come to myself, me and you, and check. It means, will I be a slave forever for gum nababantu ngihleli nabo or ne companies? Will I enjoy life? I want to be happy. It means if I don't take a step again, that is gonna be a problem. Some of people are new from work, but they are still driving themselves to the issue of having debts from other things unnecessary. Remember, I said the important thing is we must have job and increase things that bring money to us than to stop the job we are doing. We must have many jobs. We must be people who are doing many things ukwenzela intoba sibe nendlela ezininzi ezizokusinikeza indlela zokuphila ngemali, ngenxa yesizathu soba we have a lot that demands money, that needs ukuthi sizibhathale, that needs ukuthi sibe sibhekene nazo whether we like or not. So many people now are no longer living by their wages, they live by debts. But that's not the kind of love. That is why I throw it to you to check from today. But the two things go together, life and money. Money makes happiness in a life of a person. And again, before I go, the time now is 21 minutes to 9 o'clock. It means we are left with a few minutes. The other thing that is important, if we talk deeper about the issue of money, we are bringing people who will have what I say freedom, because money, if you have it, you have got too much freedom. You can do or go where you want to go. You can eat anything you want to eat. You can take your children where you want to take. You can decide right decisions about your dreams. So it's something serious, the issue of money. Meaning, if I don't have money because I've got reason that there is no job, I've got reason that things are expensive, there are things of my dreams that are gonna be limited. That is why I say we need to talk. One has to study lot of books, experiences from people about ways of having money, ways of saving money, kinds of accounts you must have, things you must pay, things you must cancel, things you must make as the major. I'm just throwing you to that level so that ubomi betu bube ne direction. I think next week I'll run exactly with points. The other thing that is very, very important, which when you talk about the issue of life and the money, many of us we just do it anyhow. I'm so blessed in the church where our fellowship, there is a powerful way that God has introduced, which I think all of us, let's pursue it, let's look it, because many of us that are here are in Christ the Rock, and they are also partners. Bless God for them. there is that of that we call as the events committee, where they work go budget. When I was studying the issue of budget, I saw a lot of things we have wasted just for myself without looking the budget. You see, if we can focus on that, I saw that the team focuses on the budget. It means how much do we have and what can we do on what we have? How can we squeeze ourselves to fit on what we have, you see, than just doing. And this of just doing has thrown us into frustration, has thrown us into a faith which is not faith, has thrown us into living in risky, has thrown us into a carelessness way of doing things. It has also thrown us into prayers that cannot be answered. And the only way that is important is to change and come back to budget. Born again as we are, it means we have to come back to our budget. I'm training my life as I want you to train your life, to squeeze ourselves to fit on what we have, personally. Just, I'm talking about personal thing. I'm not talking about church, but just on what we have. We try our best to look, how much do I have? What is it that I must remove? What is it that I must not be serious of? What is it that I must do in a month, or which is a major? How can I prioritize my things? How do I arrange them in a right order so that whatever I do it based on the amount that I get? So then this is gonna give us a relief as I introduce other ways of having more money. That's important than to have and say I've got one job. So when problems are increasing, I must create other ways. I must save. I must make sure that bomi bam bukwi budget. We are not taught about these things. We were not taught about these things. So we just entered, we just enjoyed. We left people who can educate us. It was a sibe right. So it's a powerful thing that is going to save marriages, that is going to save children, that is going to save families when we live according to what we have. It's not about too much amount. It's not about, so that even on what I desire, I look on what I have, I look the time, and I plan ngokwe goal, ngokubonakala ukuthi ndiseva kangakanani kwizinto endifuna ukuzi achieve, so that ndingandisi izinto ezizondibulala. So we must calculate this thing. We must work these things. Many people are in frustration. Their lives are in mess up. Now, as a pastor called, some of the things God is speaking to us, He says we need to work our habits. We need to work our ways of how we do, than to pray more, not to desire to change on how we do things. So the system we have, the system that runs us, that runs our minds, that runs our decision, is a system that leads us to distraction. We need to change the habit so that our system will change. We need to change the way we do until we learn, until we have strength on our muscles of financial efforts or making our money in the right way. We force, or can I just say, until we are that disciplined people, one has to work his habit, one has to work his ways of doing, his discipline, working it, forcing it, so that i-system endiranayo ingabi i-system ndingayivumeli noba sendiyibona oba ndilimala ngokulimala. Mind, we are used on this wrong system. We are used on it. We are used on it. And if we are used on it, it means if we don't deal with it and stop it, nobody will rescue it. You see, will rescue us until we change it. We've got serious dreams, guys. That is why I say our dreams will never stop, but we will be depressed when our dreams are not coming true. We will be depressed. So we are facing this as a real thing, the issue of money. Just to talk about it, to look clearly, when I look my life, how much do I save? Will I come out from this problem? If I see it's impossible, what ways can I do to come out? You see, mind, child of God, it's painful. I know it. I know it. It's painful when the dream fails. It's so painful when money is not there. It's painful. It's painful. Very, very painful when your life is above, or I mean, iphila ngapha kwendlela ongaba uphila ngayo. It's painful. It's painful when you are like, you can restart ubomi bube kungenzeki, you see, except to say, today I am working this as a change. My prayer is this must end. I want to change on this. I want to come out. I want to go and study the books concerning how we handle money. You know, it has troubled me, Len, because I'm reading like never. I'm not reading for you. I'm reading for myself. I am reading. God, I heard this voice say, read, just study about money. Study, not to love money. Study about it. Study, compare it the way life of how it is around. Look what happens. And then the Lord spoke into about, if you don't do this, one, I won't take you to another level until you know about this. You see, you must know about this. You will never know. You will never get to endweni uNkulunkulu angakufundisa ngayo. So, and then after that, I had a serious appetite of reading. I study. I'm looking. I'm not studying for anybody. I'm studying about, for me to know about money. I saw a lot of things with, hey, I didn't know this. I didn't know this. I didn't know. Strategies, ways, just before you implement, as long as you are full of knowledge, it helps than to say you want money, but you don't know about money. So it's not about wanting money. It is to know about money. Know about money. Know about the land of money. What language is spoken there? How do we handle money? Many of us, we work money, but we don't know about money. So that's what I have learned in me. I don't know about money. I know this bangaibali pelel, but I don't know about it. You see, when I was studying I've written a few books, but I saw with Ash, there is a lot that we must know. And if we don't know these things, we must forget about moving from level to another level. There are relationships we must cancel. There are things we must cancel, which I'm not going to say to you because it's about me. But even you, if you go and study about it, there are things you can see about this one. It's not important in my in my life. So this will lead us on few things that I want to leave. It will study about money. The first one, it will lead us to a peaceful mind. When we know about money, we will have a peaceful mind. Number two, we will have a perfect planning and expectations that are right. I say if we study and we know better about money, we'll have a peaceful mind, we'll have a perfect planning and expectations. Number three, we will be able to face the realities. We'll be able to face the realities and be content with what we have. We'll be able to face the realities. And the last thing that I've written, we will be able to reach our goals very easy with good results. I want you to think about those things. I say there are 4 things if we study about money and we plan right. I mean, we understand clearly about it. We will have a peaceful mind. We'll have a peaceful mind. Number 2, we'll have a perfect planning and expectations as a right. Number 3, we'll have a power to face the realities of life. And number 4, we will be able to reach to our goals with good results and even having equality ezimbalwa okanye abanye bengenazo. The more we study about it, these are the results. Don't want to be like that. I've written this because I want to feed my mind. I don't want too much money. I want to know now about it, and I want to prepare myself to know it so that I will know how to handle it, so that I will know the goals I have and align with what I can do, so that I even squeeze my life to fit on what I have. That time now is 6 minutes to 9 o'clock. The breeze of life. The breeze of life. The breeze of life. That's what we are listening as Ingosi is in the mind. We have 1 hour as TSI spender trying to connect into our network. Akwavuma kodwa kasade sazosebenza this one. I've been just looking one of the article, I think one of our members in the church speaking about bunzima expensive of houses. You see, expensive of izindlu is just the way of how they are expensive in these days. You look away again about expensive of rentals in our days. You look how it is. It's so amazing. You look expensive kwempahla. You just look. You look expensive just ukuyokwenza nje inhloko talking to ladies. You just look. You look, and then you look how many people are skilled to make impahla, how many things that you can do that you are buying, how many people who can plant just a garden to have few things to save. Kuti bangabhadali. Mind, you still have to eat today, you still have to eat tomorrow. It means this is an everyday. You may not see it, but it's saving, because it's like you are buying and then it's something common to drive a trolley, a ShopRite. It's like common thing. But I want to tell you, some other people decided to take these things from the garden and they are saving a lot. So if abegadini unento, that is why I speak about what is it that you have as part of saving, umvuzo lo wako ofumana unano. Some other people are buying everything. They are buying everything. And now when you look now, it means this person every day he is losing. He can't have anything that he is saving. You must have something you save. You save, because it is playing a big role upper ebomini back. Look there and check, and then I think you will come with an answer. But every time we speak, guys, we are working ourselves so that our lives will take a direction. You are listening to the Breeze of Life. The time now is 3 minutes to 9 o'clock. 3 minutes to 9 o'clock. And the last thing that I leave you, I met about this thing when again it's about the emergency thing, time of emergency. What is it that we have? We are living in risky time. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. We don't have the amount we save, the amount egade nobayin singabantu nje abaphila by the mercies of God. Now it means our plans are so poor, and this is caused because we are not talking about money. We have not put money a serious thing. Our plans are so poor, we are just living by the mercies of God. We need to make sure that we reach a stage where we have no debt, and again where we have the amount of that takes care in case of emergency. So these are the levels of growth when we enter into the world of money, to study about it. It is not to say we have got a lot of money. It is on how our monies are arranged to take the shape. So if there is no shape, your money just come as this is bugu bugu. You cannot point, this one goes to this side, this one goes to this side, this one is for this one is for this. This is the amount I get the whole month. This is the amount I make the whole month. If that is not in you, it means you go like me and you to study about money. Study about money. It can kick us away. It can frustrate us until we know it clearly about it. What is it? And how do we maintain it to stay in asibangeli pressure? Let me just leave you guys 1 minute to 9 o'clock. You are listening the Breeze of Life. Please forgive us on the issue of a wife farm. And again, as I leave you, I just want to urge you not to forget at all to keep on visiting our channels, where subscribe on our YouTube, and again share our videos, and again download the apps that we use and Play Store, which is you download a Radio King app and a Radio Box app, and then you will find us there. Share our video, spread, make sure that you share this little information. I believe that next week we'll get right network, seeing enough problems so that our 3 hours will be fruitful, and we teach exactly in a right way. Please go and study exactly what happens in the world globally, about the sufferings that happens. Mind, some of us are born again, some of us are not born again, but the Bible tells us about difficult times that will come. We look earthquakes that are attacking. What do? We look blowing winds that are coming. What do we do? What do we do in making ourselves ready? I'm just blowing a trumpet that says, let us wake up. It's not about the big amount. It's about the small amount we have, so that we don't run away with responsibilities just of managing it. We must get right people in our communities who are able, or when we look them, this family sibondoba ipila biphangela mhlambe Pick n Pay, kodwa baphila kakuhle. Lona usebenza egarage baphila kakuhle beyifamily lona bayatitsha bangumndeni baphila kakuhle. There is not about big man, but they can manage what they have. They can plan what they are getting and guide it into the right ways. I want to leave you now. It's raining outside. Tomorrow it's Sunday. You go to church, enjoy life that God has given to you, and make sure that you are happy. This is the breeze of life, making life enjoyable, easy and easy and easy. That's what we call as the breeze of life. We make sure that we face the realities. We make sure that we refer. We make sure that if we cannot help you, we look where to help you. Maybe you may have something that you want us to talk with. Please be free on 082-954-6814. Put it so that we discuss about that. You are also free whenever I talk to drop in anything that you see that is related to what we are talking about. I'm leaving you now. I love you as you love me. Bye-bye.
Le fa diphefo di ka fuka, le fa satani a ka leka, ke eme mo hankitla ke suta, ka nako tsotlhe ke tla go tshepa.